Hey everybody, how you doing? Let's do a sound check. Jamie, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. You hear me?
I hear you. We
Fantastic.
are live. As you can tell, I have changed my background. I figured you guys had all the cozy, you guys were feeling all cozy and everything. I would do the same thing.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So how's things in your neck of the woods? Or you know what's really funny? Like everybody had like these crazy snowstorm, and I walked out to come here to the office, and it was beautiful out. Everything was starting to defrost.
Yeah, we're expecting temperatures to hit like 30 or 40 degrees this week or something. Something crazy like that. So yeah, the negative zero stuff is gonna be gone for a while, which is kind of nice. But I mean, it's kind of strange because that's something I would figure I'd see like later on, but hey, I'll take it.
I'm dreaming Mai Tais and palm trees, my friend.
I had that for a while.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for coming out and joining us here for our. This is 3, right? Episode 3 of the MBartist Live Roundtable. So the whole concept here is we bring in artists, the artists of MBartist, who brings you the artwork that you guys see at the Lost Toy Box at MBartist.com. And these are artists who have done comic books, who are in animation, who go to your Comic Cons, who also harass you for as much as possible on Facebook, LinkedIn, and other certain social media channels, except for Mustafa. See, he's giving it.
I don't harass people. I know.
I you know what? I think it's a matter of perspective there, Mustafa.
Okay. All right.
How's it going, dude?
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's almost 80 degrees down here. So, yeah, we've been doing Mai Tais since Friday. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, you heard my comment about the Mai Tais, eh?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it was like 7, last week for the first time ever in Houston. But, no, that's great now.
Cool. It's good to hear.
We still have 3-foot snowbanks out here. Like, I'm looking out, and it's like a whiteout factory exploded all over the place.
I'm glad you decided to clean that up.
Yeah, we didn't like what was there, so we were just like.
Yeah.
So we are on Facebook, on the MBartist Live channel group. We're on. We're on. Oh, Luke! Thanks for joining us. Luke just joined us. Luke Holbrook says, "I'm lucky to own stuff from both artists." See, there you go.
Oh, awesome!
Nice.
And he has that one.
Oh, awesome!
He has exactly that one, and he did an unboxing of that.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
It looked pretty good. Luke, you're a superstar in our books. Thank you very much. Luke, tell us which Jamie piece did you get? I'm betting it's a Villains. I'm betting on it's a Villains, and it might be the one that's behind you. Let me know, Luke. And James sent a PM. I'll take a look at it after the show, James. But if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to ask Jamie or Mustafa, please just shoot it into the comments, and we will go and answer them as much as possible. James Morgan says, "What's up, guys?" Luke says yes. So he has the Skeletor.
Ah, fantastic. Awesome.
Luke, just out of curiosity, what was the number out of 100 you got on the Star Wars and the Skeletor? Let us know. We'd love to share it. So let's do introductions. Let me see if I get this right. There we go. In this box, we have Jamie Coker, pop artist extraordinaire, has done work for Upper Deck. And if you watch us on the Lost Toy Box, his Villains line is going gangbusters. The Shredder, we have a pre-order list. So if you guys want to check out that Shredder, actually, I might have one around here somewhere. We'll have to try to dig it out. Do you have the original there that you can hold up?
Oh, gosh. No, it's downstairs. I'm sorry, dude. It's packed away safe. I don't want anything to happen to it. It's like now that people are latching onto it and digging it and stuff. I'm like, well, I better treat this thing with a little more respect than I treat everything else.
Do you know who's the best for that? Joe Rubenstein. If you see his originals on the back, it looks like he went to war with a pencil. Like it's got all the graphite is like all over the back. Luke Notebook says he has the whole line, so he's got all 4 of the villains.
Wow, that's awesome! Thanks. Wow, I'm touched.
And James Morgan just picked up Mustafa Musa's Thanos with death.
Nice.
Yes, James got the big one, the big 27x40. There you go.
I have a smaller version.
Oh, trust me, if you're gonna go big, go big.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Might as well. When in Rome.
Try to scale up nicely on this artwork. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they look great on the big ones, man. It's like I have out in our gallery here. We have your Guardians of the Galaxy 40x60, and it's just amazing. It's just
a few years ago, I had a friend of mine make it on a towel, like as a one of a kind. I was like, I want that towel. That looks awesome.
That's a cool idea. Jamie, let's look into towels.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I know a guy if you need. Yeah.
I know a guy. I know exactly what she's thinking. She's like, let's sell the canvases first.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, right? Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barbie art director Francine Delgado has joined the house.
Thank you. I knew you were going to joke about it.
Oh, you kidding? You are the cat's meow at my house. I have 4 daughters, and they're all like, oh, well, my dad works with Barbie. Someone who works
with my God. David, I only have one niece, and I never see her because she lives in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's that excited. Of course, because she knows me, so she's like, I know you. Like, okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you were here last week, Francine couldn't join us because she wasn't feeling well. But obviously, you're looking much better.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Great. I just have to say, like last week, I wasn't in the broadcast, but I was listening at you guys, so I didn't miss the show. And you were very funny. I'm like, damn it, this is a very funny one, and I'm missing it.
Well, it's that much better now. That's that much better now. James Morgan just said, definitely going to need a Wave 2 Scarlet Baroness Hordak with heme. Oh, he's doing suggestions.
Okay.
Suggestions, Jamie.
Hey, that's not a problem. He might be surprised.
Scarlet and Baroness Hordak.
That is a specific thing.
That's very specific.
Oh, for the villain ones that Jamie is doing? Yeah.
The villains, they're taking off like hotcakes. They're taking off really well.
Do you have Baroness yet, Jamie?
It's funny that people have mentioned the Baroness because I actually started drawing a Baroness one.
Yeah.
Probably about a month ago, but I kind of like put it on the side to work on other things. So I might just pick it up again.
Other than Snake Eyes, that's probably my most requested G.I. Joe character.
Well, I mean, she's like, with Femme Fatale. She's awesome.
Where is she? There she is. Yeah, gotta have her in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Archie Adler says someone needs to do a Slave Leia. It's almost these guys are in our pitch meetings, right?
Well, I've done a few. I did a Harley mashup as Slave Leia, actually.
There you go. And I know Chad Harden has he's got it in his archive that we're going to be getting to. So Archie, Slave Leia, not exactly a Slave Leia, but we do have a couple Harley Quinn Slave Leias coming down. So if you don't mind blondes, we may be able to help you out.
I may have some Slave Leias over there because, believe it or not, people always request me that. I'm like, okay, at conventions, like, okay. Mm-hmm. So I have to learn to draw her because the first time they asked me for a Slave Leia, I was like, what What are you talking about? What do you mean slave? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah,
talk about
I think they call her Jabba Slayer Leia now. They want to be more politically correct, but
what do they call her?
Slave Leia. Jabba Slayer.
Jabba's. Oh,
Yeah, because she, gets him at the end.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah,
she-
they're
I've
like,
heard,
let's take away
Leia.
slave. Let's say Jabba Slayer.
well, she does kind of have like the Red Sonja inspired outfit.
Or Deja
Yeah.
Thoris.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So here's a question. Everybody's on their computer. Anybody have a slave Leia that they can share with us? They can dig out.
I don't.
Mustafa.
I may have one.
All right, let's see. Who's got a slave Leia? We're gonna make Archie's day. Archie, if we can get a slave Leia, we're gonna pull one up. I know I don't have one.
I
My wife
do,
won't let-
but I gotta. It's in my archives.
James Morgan says maybe Hordak with Toy He-Man and Skeletor on scales.
On scales.
I think he's thinking like the Justice. You know how?
Oh yeah.
Justice.
Huh.
Actually, James.
I went to your email.
Look who's coming in with. Oh, look at that! Back to back. Back to back. Joe Rubenstein and Bob McLeod is joining us. Gentlemen, how are we today?
Hello, how you doing?
Good. Joe seems to be stuck in an episode of Blair Witch.
I don't know what's happening with Joe. He's circling around.
I think that's the Blair Witch ending too. James Morgan was just making requests to Jamie Coker for his next villains line. Also, guys, James Morgan is going to be opening up a collector's store. And hopefully we'll be lucky enough for him to be bringing some of our stuff out. And Joe has left the building. I hope it wasn't something I said. It was probably your presence, Bob.
It could have been. I've got a couple Slave Leia sketches, no full illustrations.
Look at that, Archie. We got more Slave Leia. Do you have something that you can share with us real quick, Bob?
Yeah, hold on.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob McLeod, co-creator of The New Mutant, has joined us. And I think I should also, I haven't had a chance because while I was doing the introduction, Mustafa Musa, inker to the stars of artists for PC, Image, IDW, you name it. I think you've basically run the gambit for publishers, haven't you?
Gambit. Either way, yeah, I've pretty much done every publisher at one point. Yeah.
All right, Fran has something that she wants
and
to
I have
share.
my slave Leia that I did a couple
Oh, she's
years
cute.
ago.
Oh, cool. Hey, Eric, can you give her full screen? Give Francine full screen. She's showing off her slave Leia.
I thought Fran was sick today.
So
No, that was last week.
Oh,
see, here's the amazing. No, that's me. That's me, Eric. Fran is showing off some artwork.
I think I did this one like back on 20, maybe 14 or something like that.
There you go.
okay.
And then I have a request to have some prints at some of the conventions that I went, so I still have a couple of these. That's why I have it there.
Archie, if you want a copy of that, she does have some leftovers. Just DM Francine Delgado. She'll take, or DM me. I'll take care of you.
Yeah, Steven. DM Steven. I'm a mess.
All right. Okay, let's go back to everybody. Mr. Joe Rubenstein is joined us, and now he's.
You wouldn't know it, would you?
Okay.
All right. Are we showing artwork? Because I just finished a painting a minute ago.
All right.
We're doing
Well,
I mean, we were not doing that. Oh, look, Mustafa also have.
Oh yeah, I have a slave Leia since we were
okay.
going on brand.
Shot
It
up.
was one of those limited run things.
Eric, you see that? He's trying. We're arm wrestling with technology still. Let's just when we figure out more. Joe's painting was so fantastic it blew up his phone. I said, Joe, are you coming tomorrow? He said, yeah, I'll be in and out. I didn't know he'd be so literal. So, Bob, did you find your slave Leia?
Yeah, I'm sharing it, but you're not showing it.
All right. Okay, so Eric, we have a slave Leia to share, and then we're looking for a one shot for Mustafa. And Joe is back.
Oh, I am? Okay. Okay. Did you want to see the thing?
Eric is arm wrestling with the technology.
Right. Did you want to see the thing I painted?
Yeah, throw it up. Oh, very cool.
Ooh.
Very
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Well, who was that for, Joe?
It's for an artist you know very well, but I can't say his name out loud. Okay.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Can we? I smell a print coming.
I suspected you would, yeah.
Well,
That
maybe we
was
can do that one
funny, Joe. I love it.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, Eric, whenever you can share Bob's screen, he's showing his slave Leia for Archie. No, that's Bob.
Leia looks a lot like me sometimes.
Oh, that's just coincidence.
And Joe.
And Joe. Today, the part of slave Leia will be done by a short Jewish man. All right, just leave it there, Bob. When we figure it out, we'll throw it up on the screen.
Let me try this.
So, guys, this is who we got so far today. Jamie Coker, pop-up artist and villains line extraordinaire. We got inker Mustafa Musa, Francine Delgado, guest pointer. She is the upcoming art director for Barbie and part-time game show host Pointer to Squares.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
There's Bob slave Leia.
Beautiful.
If it was I didn't know it was a theme there, I would have put on that outfit.
Do you have the chest to fill it?
I 43. Give me a break. Okay. How many more push-ups can I do? Dude? All right.
Never enough. Never
No,
enough.
it's true. I got to turn off the lights in here. I'm light boxing something.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys. I think and also last introduction. Now that he's actually stuck around a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Rubenstein, legendary inker on Infinity Gauntlet Wolverine Limited Series, has joined us as well. So
Yeah.
Archie says,
Don't forget, amazing painter, because his paintings are so amazing.
absolutely, absolutely. James says, I have Battle of the Planets too. I did that one, James. Not only am I the mouthpiece, but I've been known to draw every once in a while when the other artists aren't yelling at me to sell them.
So Stephen, you got any Ben Turpin stories?
Who's Ben Turpin?
No. How about Buster Keaton? When you met Buster Keaton, anything?
Oh yeah. Like in a previous life.
Okay. All right.
Not that old, Joe.
What's the biggest celebrity you ever met? That's the question for all of us.
All right, Joe Rubenstein.
Okay.
Jamie.
Well, you should get out of the house more. Jesus.
I can't. I'll get arrested.
Again?
Oh my God.
Yes, and this time it's with my clothes on.
Yeah.
Mr. Coker, biggest celebrity you've ever met?
Biggest celebrity I ever met, Jason Momoa 3 times.
You met him 3 times.
Was he stalking you?
Yeah, 3 different events. I saw him. There's a Wizard World New Orleans, Wizard World St. Louis, and Wizard World Cleveland. 3 times.
Mustafa.
3 times.
Well, I did have Jason Momoa stalk me, but that's for a different conversation.
Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, the only one that really counts to me, man, I don't know. So I grew up, a fan of comics. So like, I'll see celebrities all the time. They go back to the green room and you're just getting coffee right next to some celebrity, and it's like, oh, that's cool, but that's not why I'm there. So if I when I would see like Stan Lee or something like that, like in an elevator with him hanging out or having like breakfast kind of one table away from him, stuff like that was more impressive to me.
So you were stalking him.
I was kind of stalking him. Yeah. I first met him at 12 years old and then started working with him at 24. So yeah, I guess I have been.
James Morgan says, LOL, I had Kid Rock, Jack Black, and Pamela Anderson in my personal vehicle, but that's a story for another time.
They all are, apparently.
Yeah.
Francine.
I don't know. I'm very bad at recognizing celebrities. And you know that here in Vancouver, they film a lot of stuff. So there are many times actors walking on the street and I never know who they are. Like we were having dinner at this place, Peckinpah, in Vancouver, and there was this guy, I don't even know the name, but the guy that did the Flash on the TV series.
Right.
And he was just sitting there,
Justin?
and I don't know his name.
Older guy?
No, the
new one.
The new Flash.
Grant Gustin?
Yeah,
Okay.
Grant.
Yeah.
His
And
name's Grant, right,
Yeah,
Grant?
Grant Gustin.
okay, and I remember that my friend pointed out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know. I was watching his show last night, but it's like if they don't show them to me, I never see them. They can be like in front of my eyes. And I don't know. And it happens the same thing for me that for Mustafa. Like I get really quirky. You didn't say you get quirky, but in my case, I get quirky with people that I admire, and I'm very geek, so I really like a lot of comic artists. And when I met comic book artists and I admire them, I get like quirky. I don't know how to say it. Hi. And that for me is like the biggest celebrity because I follow their work. I want to know what they do. So yeah, I have met lots of people that for me are bigger celebrities because they work on the books that I like and adore. And the first one that I met was he is deceased now, Alfonso Spiri. He's a Spanish artist, but I always loved his book Lorna. And he came back to Costa Rica, and we get to meet him and to talk to him and have dinner with him. And I was like, oh my Jesus, this is how it feels to know a celebrity.
So, Mr. McLeod, instead of every morning, who's the other biggest celebrity you've ever seen?
I mean, other than Stan Lee, probably Dawn Wells, Marianne from Gilligan's Island.
Do you blame yourself for her death?
Oh,
I met her as a teenager, and she signed my chest.
Can we see the tattoo?
Oh,
No, I was in my bathing suit at the time.
Nice. Was it like right across, or was it like just one side? Like
It was in the kind of across the middle. She was at when I was at Beach Week as a teenager. She came over to our motel where we were all hanging out and was given autographs, and I didn't have anything for her to sign, so I just asked her to sign my chest.
well, that's a good way to improvise.
Yeah.
Was this before Mrs. McLeod?
Oh, way before. I was like 18.
James Morgan says if you want, he can make the tattoo happen for you.
I don't think so. I have another Slave Leia to show you.
All right, let's bring it up. All right,
She's
are you still with us? We got another Slave Leia. Joe, biggest celebrity for you, because I know you swim in the California Circle. You must have a couple of mine.
Yeah. Well, of course Stan, but the problem with hanging out with Stan was he used to chew with his mouth open, so it ruined the whole thing. But I was I don't know if he's the biggest celebrity, but I was at a signing once, and this guy asked for my autograph, and I went, "Hey, are you John Singleton?" And he went, "Yeah." I went, "You're asking for my autograph? In a different room, I'd be asking for your autograph." So.
That's cool. I got an elbow from Gordie Howe.
Was he not using it anymore?
No, it was at an autograph signing, and his hand was getting sore, and he's like, young man, come sit beside me and just hang out for a moment. And I was like, Gordie Howe wants me to sit beside him? Who am I to say no? So I sat beside him, and he goes, I broke my wrist right here. here, give me your hand. So he grabs my hand and he starts rubbing it up and down on his forehand. And I'm like, I'm touching Gordie Howe. And then all of a sudden I got, so he suckered me in.
You mean he meant to hit you, or it was an accident?
Well, that's his thing. Gordie Howe is all about, the Gordie Howe hat trick was 1 goal, 1 assist, and 1 elbow.
Oh.
Right? So he was playing up to the crowd, and I just happened to be his prop.
So he's the Pete Rose of hockey players.
Yeah. Gordie Howe. You don't know Gordie Howe, Mr. Hockey?
No, I know his name. I just don't do anything cold.
Oh, all right.
Is there a celebrity that you guys haven't met yet that you would like to meet?
I met Pete Rose, and he said, "Here, come sit next to me." And I went, "I'm not that stupid."
Wasn't that OJ?
No, it was really Pete Rose.
Oh, and you literally said, "I'm not that stupid."
Well, you know, everybody knows that sit next to me trick except you. So,
well,
okay.
Well, you never know. He probably had a bet on it. What are the odds of Joe Rubenstein sitting next to me?
I was at the Getty once, and Julie Andrews and her husband, the director Blake Edwards, the whole family was there hanging out for Mother's Day. And then one day I'm on the train going to the Getty, and there's Karen Black going for a picnic. So yeah, LA, you meet lots of people.
Eric, do you see Bob's second slave Leia there? There we go. Is that the second one, Bob?
Yeah.
There you go. Ooh, she's dancing.
Yeah, it was a commission for a dancing slave Leia.
Oh, cool.
Very specific.
There you go. There you go, Archie. We've given you a bevy of slave Leias.
A bevy.
A bevy. So let's do business, guys. We're here to talk about we are artists and we have artwork. So we're gonna get if I can get Eric to throw up the images. Here's our featured images for today, and we're gonna walk through them. These are going to be available for you. So if you see any images down there below that you would like, the prices are there. We've given you the MBartist live discount, sir.
What year is there a date on that? Was it around 2000?
I think it got removed.
That was just something I did to try to sell at conventions. Then I digitally colored it later. I colored it right on the original with markers.
Oh, really? This is a marker rendering?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then I might have gone over it digitally for the print, but the original was just recently auctioned off at Heroes Con a year or two ago.
What did it go for, if you don't mind me asking? Do you remember?
God, I don't remember. Maybe somewhere around 500. I don't remember.
Very cool.
Bob, tell the story when you were at Heroes Con and shot a man just to watch him die.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Joe.
Oh, now I wasn't even there. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
Do you know who says that, though, Bob? Everyone who's guilty.
Shot a man just to watch him die?
Yeah. No. Who responds? I have no idea what you're talking about. Every man who's guilty.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. All right, Admiral Akbar. All right, second piece. We have Chad Harden's Harley Quinn. So if that one's available, if you guys are interested. We also have Miss Delgado. We have a Jean Grey roller. What's the story on this one?
That's so cute. I gotta say it. If I don't say it myself, you know. Well, the story about that was quite simple. I was doing basically a study, and sometimes when I do studies, I take pictures of myself as a reference. And at this time, I basically did the same. And when I was just doing the studies, I thought, like, I'm gonna do one of my favorite Marvel girls draw. And I really like to draw Jean Grey. As you can see, she comes often on my illustrations. And one thing that I like to do with superheroes is draw them not as a superheroes, but stuff that they can do on their day-to-day. So what do they do when they are not superheroes? And it was just thinking about Jean Grey being like a skate girl. So basically like that. I work out with characters, and when I do illustrations, I like to always think about the character side of you, like more than their work. They are superheroes or what they do, like what they are as a people, and I always try to put that in my illustrations, I think.
All right, and then the next one is Mr. Coker. We've got the Mandalorian and the Armory. What's the story on this one, sir?
There was an upcoming show that I was going to be doing, and Emily Swallow, who plays the armorer, was going to be there. And I thought about it, and I was like, I've seen a lot of artwork for the child, but I hadn't seen any for like the ancillary characters, like the armorer or some of the other Mandalorian or anything. So I thought, well, hey, some artwork featuring her and the child, and kind of teasing my whole hypothesis at the time that the child was the actual title character. And I just put it together, it came together pretty quickly. And I got a chance to present it for her, and she signed one for me as well. Really nice. Super, super nice lady.
That's awesome. So just let you know, Flint Frank says, oh my God, who woke up Archie? And Archie would like to claim a 12 by 18 fine art of Baby Yoda. Thank you, Archie. Jamie, you got that one? Jamie will take care of you, Archie. Thanks very much. And whoa, look who just woke up. Mr. James Mulligan, how you doing, sir?
Hey guys, I'm at Disney.
Yeah, thank you for rubbing it in.
I'm here for I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'm here for just a short
This is like a
time.
Sasquatch sighting. It's
They
amazing.
got the festival of arts happening out here, so.
Look at that! He's really at Disney. Oh my God! He's
Oh, yeah.
running in our faces.
Perfect there.
Well, I'm gonna have ice cream for all you guys.
Do it.
I'm bringing it back.
Can you
I'm
ship
shipping
it?
So this is the first time I'm meeting him, but I'm hating him now. He's at Disney and he's gonna have ice cream.
Ladies and
It's
gentlemen,
life-size on the
Disney
screen.
artist James C. Mulligan. James C. Mulligan is joining us from Walt Disney World in Florida, where he has residency.
Yes, I'm actually living backstage over at the Peter Pan ride, so they haven't caught me yet.
Have you found your shadow yet?
Yes, I'm leaving. I'm heading back out to Tampa tomorrow.
Well, we're happy to have you here. We've been talking about meeting celebrities and everything. And we were just showing our featured art prints, and your timing is perfect because this was the next one on the list.
That's great timing indeed.
This is James C. Mulligan's Marilyn Monroe, Some Like It Whipped. What's the story on this art print here?
Because goodness knows that we do. In fact, that makes me want to go over and have a Dole Whip right now.
What's the story on this drawing?
So actually, the first one I did in the series was Audrey Hepburn, and that piece was called Breakfast at Walt's. And so I wanted to do something with go through and change the colors a little bit and brighten.
I think we lost James.
What was that first in the series? And I just wanted to have something with a little more color in it. So we brought in the Maryland, and I think we're going to go through our desserts here. So we'll have to do figure out who Katharine Hepburn with a churro or something. I don't know.
That'd be a great idea. So let's go around the horn real quick. Let's go around the horn real quick.
Yeah.
Jamie, a Hollywood Scarlet you would like to see James do as an exclusive?
Yes, I'm open to ideas. Let's hear it.
Nancy Culp.
Oh, Joe,
Different.
always a straight man.
Why? What is
Mr. Coker.
Okay.
How does Mustafa look in a wig?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, just shave the beard. That'd be fine.
I did it. Never grew back.
Someone forgot to tell Joe that.
Oh man. Um,
Gee.
Guys, while you guys are thinking, Flint Frank claims the Star Wars.
Oh, sweet.
James, why don't you do Amy Adams since she did that
Oh.
princess thing?
I know what suggests.
Archie says, I didn't see the Star Wars. Yeah, the Star Wars is coming up. We just haven't got to it yet, Archie. So if you want to claim that with your baby Yoda, feel free. So Flint Frank has claimed a Star Wars Mustafa.
Awesome.
Yay.
Jamie kind of froze up. Jamie, try unplugging your camera and putting it back in. But Mustafa, do you have a suggestion for James on Hollywood Scarlet?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm into the stuff from like 80s, 90s, 2000s. So
Britney Spears?
maybe like a young Angelina Jolie or something, since she's going to be in Marvel movies now.
Cool.
Who's she going to be in the? Oh, she's the Eternals.
Eternals.
Yeah, she's in the Internals.
So if you had like a
We're having some
mid-20s
technical
Angelina Jolie.
difficulties over here on this end, guys. So I'm not sure if.
She just said Angelina Jolie, James.
But a young one, you know, like in her early 20s.
Yep. Like when she was in Hackers.
Well, maybe a little after that.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Maybe before that. That's like 8 years.
She's over the hill now.
Francine, do you have a celebrity?
I don't know.
I
don't think so. I don't think so.
Say Penelope Cruz.
Well, I do know that.
Yeah. Why not? Penelope Cruz is great. I love it. Yeah, let's go with Penelope.
Who doesn't love Penelope Cruz?
Who doesn't love her?
Crazy people.
Crazy people.
She has your accent. That's why I mentioned her.
Bob, do you have a Hollywood Scarlet you'd like to see?
If he's going to do Penelope Cruz, he could do Salma Hayek.
I was going to say that, yeah.
No, she's more like the evil princess. She's not a,
Yeah, but she's so short, you could only do shoulders out.
I think she's.
Salma Hayek, Frida Kahlo. I'll do it. Maybe I do a Frida Kahlo.
Yeah. Salma Hayek is more Frida Kahlo. You guys are right.
Perfect.
What about Sophia Loren?
When you do Frida Kahlo, actually paste on the eyebrow.
I'll do Frida Helado. Frida with ice cream. Frida Helado.
Kelly has suggested J-Lo. Kelly has suggested J-Lo.
J-Lo. I like that one. We got all our Latina girls in today. I like that.
There you go. Francine has no influence.
Yeah, I like that.
Who is the in the Grumpy Old Men? Who is the
Anne Margaret?
Anne Margaret. Oh boy, she's still beautiful.
And the other one in
Still
the
looks
second
great.
one, they brought in the Italian actress. What was her name again?
Was that?
Oh,
was that Gina Lollobrigida?
No.
Or Sophia Loren?
Oh, what's her name?
Was it Sophia Loren?
it was Sophia Loren, I think.
Sophia Loren. Or how about Isabella Rossellini?
How about Monica Bellucci?
Yes.
Monica
to all of the
Bellucci for
above,
sure.
please.
Yes, Monica Bellucci. There you go. That's the winner.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You couldn't go wrong with Eva Green.
I love it.
Eva Green.
Those
Yeah,
are some
Eva
good
Green.
Hey,
suggestions.
Fran, are you offended by this entire conversation?
Oh no.
David, you have
No.
yes, you have one?
It's no. You
I don't
know,
know if
it's funny sometimes when this
anybody said
happens.
Elizabeth
People think that you're gonna get offended, but it's more like the overall sensibility. Like, for example, I don't know if this is gonna sound bad, but I remember sometimes there was someone wearing like a Mexican nacho charro sombrero, and they were walking on the street, and other people or white people were telling this person that, hey, Mexicans are gonna get offended. You shouldn't do that. But then when there's this white guy asks Mexicans, hey, I'm offended because I'm wearing this sombrero, they were like, no, it's so cool. Sometimes.
Jamie, you didn't get your Hollywood Scarlet. Do you have a suggestion?
Were you asking me?
No,
Two.
Jamie.
What about Elizabeth Taylor? Green Nancy? Classic Hollywood.
Well, these are all awesome. These are all awesome suggestions. I'm actually having a bit of technical difficulty, guys, with the Wi-Fi here. So I unfortunately have to sign off, and I have to run. I gotta take a
No, that's okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, and your timing as always is perfect as we show off your featured art.
my psychic skills are well polished, clearly. So anyway, it's good to sort of see you guys, and I hope to see all of you not virtually very soon.
All right, you have a good one.
man.
You have a good one, James.
All right, guys. Much love to
Good to
all.
see you.
Thanks. Bye.
So,
I
ladies and
didn't know we
gentlemen,
could. I
he's
didn't
here
know we
for a
could
show
fake.
period. Go ahead, Joe.
I'm saying I didn't know we could fake technical difficulties just to leave.
Didn't you hear him go? What was that?
Yeah, I'm going through a tunnel.
Yeah.
He doesn't do the buffering sign. He just does this.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I can't hear you. I'm buffering.
But he was in Disney. I was really, really feeling jealous. Like, this guy. How dare he call from Disney when we are not there?
Well, at least he was good enough to take the hat off and talk to us in person. So if anybody's interested, we do have James C. Mulligan's Marilyn Monroe, Some Like It Whipped available. And we've had a couple claims already, thanks to Archie and Flint. And, of course, Mr. Rubenstein, we have Thanos in your famous Wolverine #1 pose.
Right.
What's-
Well, somebody wrote me and said, I'm really depressed because somebody shot my husband in Heroes Con just to watch him die. And she asked me if I would do that for her, so I felt I had to. So.
Okay.
But by the way, I got another Wolvie painting if anybody's interested.
Oh, very cool.
So, always with the cigarette. Always.
That's Joe's way of saying, but seriously, folks.
Right. I do that when I'm not making lines darker.
So we have Joe Rubenstein's Thanos available, so you can claim that. Mr. John Hebert will be with us shortly, but his featured art print, ironically enough, with WandaVision taking off on Disney Plus, is his Scarlet Witch.
Right.
And then, as you saw, we already had a couple claims. We have Mustafa Musa's top-selling Star Wars villains. And then last and not least, we have Battle of the Planets. So if anybody wants to claim any of those are our featured pieces. On the bottom, as you're scrolling across, you can see the prices. We've got 12 by 18 fine art, 12 by 18 platinum, and then we have our canvas series, which is our MBart switch. So there we go. That's what we got. Francine, you asked a question before we went off and started talking art prints. It was, do you remember what it was?
Of course, I'm down. I have the worst memory.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, just to reset, we have some of your favorite artists here, and we're here to not only chat, but to engage with you, the audience. We are now live on YouTube, Facebook, and the Collector's Toy Shop. So if anybody out there has any questions or comments, you want to ask some of your favorite artists, feel free to drop them into the comments, and we will answer them. Some of us, seriously.
Steve, I've got to get going. I've got work to do.
Okay. Bob,
So everyone, I'll see you next week.
please do. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. McLeod. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob McLeod.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Bob.
Bob looks like your friendly neighborhood next door neighbor in a 60s sitcom that winds up being a pedophile.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I was waiting for the punchline. I was like, okay, this is going way too nice.
I thought you were going to go serial killer.
Wait for it.
Well, yeah, something like that. Serial killer.
I thought you were going to go serial killer. Yeah.
He's an attractive man. He's very Midwestern. And it's like Oscar Wilde said, the only normal people I know are the ones I don't know that well. So
I'm going to make sure not to sign off before Joe.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't want to know what I look like.
You look like the young Omar Sharif.
Oh, I'll take that. Okay, I'll take that.
I would too.
Yeah.
You know, the last time you were on, Joe, we said we had to get a snare drum for you. I think this week we need to get the Want Want soundtrack.
Okay. How about one of those whistle sound things? Like, yeah. Or that thing that Sheldon plays on Big Bang Theory that makes that science fiction sound.
Oh, wow.
Star Trek doors?
Oh yeah.
It's an electronic thing. It's called I don't know what it's called, but it's like in every 15 science fiction movie.
Theremin?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Archie Asner just claims Vader piece, fine art. So far we've got, it's a Star Wars-a-thon. Thank you, Archie. Appreciate it. That's Archie's second print, by the way. We appreciate it. Appreciate it, Archie.
And Christmas is coming up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler Prawl from YouTube has a question. Before COVID hit, what movie was everyone looking forward to? Well, it's ironic that Bob just checked out. I know what he was looking forward to.
Yeah.
Mustafa, did you have a movie you were looking forward to before COVID hit?
Oh, I've been watching James Bond movies since I was a kid with my dad, and they always come out the week of my birthday. It's like middle of November. And, even if they're not great, it's still kind of something to look forward to. And so it got pushed back an entire year to like May, and then now it's going to be like around my birthday again when it comes out.
Wow.
It may be good. It may not be. It's got, Freddie Mercury is the bad guy, so that's cool.
Really?
And he's saying the show must go on.
Rami Malek, yeah.
Oh, that Freddie Mercury.
Not the actual. No,
For me, he is Mr. Robot.
Right.
Mr. Robot. It's got Mr. Robot as a bad guy.
Yeah.
So
Mr.
you're a
Robot.
Scorpio.
Just out of curiosity, have they linked the Bond movie to a streaming service yet?
Oh yeah, you can find them everywhere. I got all the Blu-rays downstairs, but I mean,
No, well, the new thing now is like all the Warner Brothers are going to be showing up on HBO Max. Disney, all the Marvel movies are going to be available on Disney Plus. I wonder if they've done a deal with Bond yet.
Right. Hey, Mustafa, did you see the Wolverine in Japan movie?
the Wolverine, that one, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one was based on my miniseries, except they deviated so far from it.
I remember, yeah.
It became a James Bond movie. He's
A little
fighting
bit.
on top of a train. Well,
And-
there's a scene where somebody walks into the room, grabs a guy, throws him out the window. He lands in a pool, and the guy goes, "Good aim." And says, "I didn't know there was a pool there." That's the exact same scene from Never Say Never Again, or Diamonds Are Forever. The exact
Oh,
same
yeah.
scene. So that was their way of going, yeah, it's a James Bond movie. We're not going to hide anything.
Yeah. I really wish they would have just focused on the original, miniseries. I think it helped for the sequel for Logan. They were like, hey, let's try to make more of a story and less fanciful stuff going on.
Well,
But unfortunately, it didn't help with that movie.
Yeah, it barely resembled the miniseries. That really disappointed me. But when the Avengers movie came out, that was so close to the comic book I did that I was very delighted to watch it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, which Avengers movie? Oh, you talking about Infinity War?
Endgame. When
Or
Thanos
Endgame.
was beating up on the Avengers, it was the closest I'd ever seen to my comic book work on screen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, and there was a lot of payoff in that sequence too. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys if you didn't see that movie on opening weekend, you didn't get the same audience awe and engagement than if you waited.
We always do on opening weekends. That's where the real Star Wars fans are. That's where all the best fans are.
Yeah.
And,
So,
and
go
since
ahead.
it's based on my work and it's the highest grossing movie of all time, I'm proud to say I had to buy a ticket like everybody else.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Oh my God.
Tyler says, is it still fun to make art when you have to do it professionally? And how do you stay creatively motivated? Great question, Tyler.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like for me, I really like to draw and I enjoy my drawing times a lot. So it doesn't matter if it's if they are paying me to do something. that I wouldn't do on my own, because what I get to think is like, I am still drawing. Do I enjoy more when I get to do whatever heck I want? Oh yeah, of course. But even if I'm getting paid to do something that I wouldn't do, if it wouldn't be for the money, even those moments I will enjoy them, because it's like, oh, I get to draw and get paid for this. Uh, that doesn't mean that sometimes you get requests and you don't really want to do that, and you do it even when you don't want to do it. But most of the time, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, the only time. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry,
Go ahead,
I have
Bob.
to apologize for Fran because she doesn't understand what heck means, being from another country. So
Oh, why? What did that? Why?
it's nothing.
Oh no, I want to know, Joe. You have to tell me.
Someone cue Joe's effect.
Okay.
Womp womp.
I'll send you a
Now I really, really want to know.
Eric, put down on the to-do list. We got to get Joe his personal effects board.
Now, I was gonna say the only thing that's negative is deadlines. Like artwork will always be fun to do. It's deadlines that can take away the fun a little bit, slow it down. You know, where it's like it feels more like work. But I mean, if you like drawing, then you know doing it for a living should be, yeah, it shouldn't even feel like work.
Jamie, you're nodding.
Yeah. The question was from Tyler, right? Tyler Prawl.
Tyler Brown.
Tyler Brown.
Tyler Prowl. Tyler Braun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I know Tyler. The thing that keeps me going, obviously money, but also the challenge. You know, drawing something that maybe I wouldn't have thought of originally, and somebody else has a great idea that sounds like, I wonder how I could put my spin on it, or add some kind of flair to it, or something like that. That would be something that I would embrace for a piece of artwork. Granted, hopefully I have the time.
Tyler, that was an excellent question. Thank you. Archie says he was waiting for the 355 and it got held back. Frank asks, does anybody know who they're going to get to replace Cara Dune in The Mandalorian?
Nancy,
I'm not gonna touch that.
There's rumors already.
What's the rumor?
There's rumors though.
What's the
Lucy
rumor?
Lawless was one of them.
There's a lot of rumors.
Lucy
I just don't
Lawless?
think they're gonna replace her. I think they can do without. They just move on.
Kill her off.
Not kill her off. Like I mean,
Maybe.
she wasn't an integral part of the story, so they can just move on.
Yeah, like she's got her own planet that she's a marshal, and it looks like they're going to be pushing the story more towards Mandalore.
Yeah, I mean, she was on 3 episodes, so she's not like a huge deal to me. I don't know.
Well, apparently she's a huge deal that everybody's
Yeah.
buying her toys.
Oh,
out.
people make a big deal about everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like we lost Francine.
It was my heck comment. You mean they're buying her stuff now that she's been kicked off the show because of controversy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you used to be able to get her
Value.
on the dollar bin, and now she's like $150 for like on mint on card. Hey, Flint, if you're still on, Flint does auctions here at the Collector's Toy Box. Flint, do you have any idea what's the range that the Cara Dune action figures are going for? James Morgan would be able to answer that one as well. If anybody has that, drop that in the comments. We'd love to know. My lovely wife,
Francine says she lost connection.
Hola, would like to know, what did you think of Wonder Woman?
Oh, Jamie Presley would be great. Ooh. Just saw the comments.
What did we think of the Wonder Woman movie?
Yeah, 1984.
I think it was badly done and many plot holes, and it really was not a good time.
Did you rescind your wish to watch it?
Did I do?
I want my wish back. Yeah.
I mean,
Spoiler!
the thing is, I'm gonna watch the next one hoping it's better, but at some point you go, is this ever gonna get better?
Yeah. Before anything, they've made 3 movies now with her as Wonder Woman. They have yet to call her Wonder Woman.
That's true.
They have yet to say on TV or something, what a Wonder Woman. Nothing. Just they couldn't figure out. They figured out a way to say Ant-Man. They figured out a way to say Star-Lord. They couldn't figure out a way to say Wonder Woman in the movie Wonder Woman.
They haven't figured out a way to say Captain Marvel in Shazam because they never
Oh, but
will.
you're talking about a studio that knows what it's doing versus one that doesn't.
Say again, Jamie.
Jamie, you cut out there. Can you re-say
Yeah.
that?
I said you're talking about a studio that knows what it's doing versus one that doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Well, I find it really interesting in the Infinity War. They have that one scene where they're reintroducing Bruce Banner back into the Avengers, and he's like, "Wait, there's an Ant-Man and a Spider-Man." I just thought that was a cool little callback to that. So, but I've never noticed that they've never actually said Wonder Woman. However, they were able to bring Steve Trevor back from the dead.
Yeah, that was a very problematic.
Who'd
Yeah.
they bring
That
back?
was horrible.
Who?
That was problematic.
Trevor.
They took him away from
yeah,
his
yeah.
family. She did things to his body, and then she returned him. That was weird.
Yeah.
That was horrible. They have this magic thing that can granted wishes out of magic. Why don't bring the guy out of magic? That's it. Why they have to
Yeah.
bring somebody else's body in the middle? That was like,
Why did they have to violate some stranger? Yeah,
that's so weird. Exactly.
it's
What?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll be on the Me Too list for the next year. Yeah.
Oh,
Wonder Woman's righteous, knowing the right and wrong, kind of left the building there for a second.
Yeah. So, and another thing, this is just my personal opinion. The villains were terrible in that movie,
Oh,
and I love the dude as like Mando, but he was terrible as Max Lord. And Kristen Wiig was, as soon as she was cast, I was like, this isn't going to be very good. And I think I was justified on that.
Well, he basically just walks off
What's that? Yeah.
at the end. Like the villains, like there was no repercussions for their actions.
Yeah.
They basically just wished
Yeah,
away
he-
what they did.
Also, she's been working undercover for 100 years because, the tiara, when she broke out the cameras, it's like, oh, okay, so that's how Wonder Woman, we've never heard of her in 100 years. In 100 years. In 100 years, we've never heard of her. And then she just goes and grabs onto lightning with her lasso and flies across for 5 minutes and then lands in the exact same city she took off in. What was the point of that?
yeah.
I got issues with that movie.
Yeah. That's
Man.
amazing. How she invented. It was cool to see the invisible jet, but it's like, you never mentioned she had that power before, and now she had it.
You see everything in the jet.
Yeah.
It's invisible, but you see everything in it. What? Just 5
paid
minute
for the-
conversation can fix that,
They paid for the extras and wanted to show it to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine that? You're looking up and, hey, there's someone's ass.
Well, you see the
I
instrument
look for
panels,
that
you see
every
the
day
flight stick.
myself, so,
Yeah.
Oh, but Gal Gadot is lovely. She looks
Right.
Oh
like
no,
Wonder
she was
Woman.
great in it.
Yeah.
Everything else was awful.
Right. Stephen, at my height, I look up every day and look for an ass. I don't know what you're talking about.
New sound effect.
Ta-da.
You're setting them up. What can I do?
Mustafa, you do realize tomorrow in your email, there's going to be an email from a lawyer from Warner Brothers with a cease and desist on applying logic to their movies.
You mean AT&T, right?
Oh, is that AT&T?
Yeah.
Well, then it'll never get to you.
Yeah, well, no, AT&T has they've done wonders to my DirecTV, and they're doing wonders to DC Comics. So yeah, it'll be AT&T that I'll hear from.
Well,
Actually, I thought you were going to say I got an email from Kristen Wiig. I'm like, I'll write back to her. I don't care.
How's
well, that
her
makes
movie
sense.
doing?
Since everything they touch has become disconnected.
Yeah. They couldn't
Cue
even
my
figure out how to get Superman and Shazam.
Yeah. All right. Where are we
Did
here?
you notice in Shazam that when he was the actual child, he was very mature, and when
Yes.
he became Shazam, he was a child and a
Yes.
adult?
Yes, Zach Levi
Yeah.
was better at playing a kid than the kid was. Yes, I did notice that. I pointed that out to people. I was like, wait a second. When he turns into the old guy, he becomes a kid. And when he's a kid, he's a very mature, like hoodie-wearing kid. Yeah.
Another reason I didn't like that movie.
I actually didn't mind it so much, but the end was goofy.
You know what's funny is we're
The
tearing
guy-
apart the good DC movies.
The guy who plays the
know.
father of the family resembles you, Jamie. Jeez. No, but he does. He's a stocky, you look alike.
Meanwhile, at the
You
ranch,
got to figure out Joe's doppelganger.
My doppelganger's as Alan Arkin on the Kaminsky.
Oh
on that
yeah,
one.
actually, yeah, you are Alan Arkin. You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
the cranky grandpa in every movie.
I'm not cranky. I'm just observant.
No, Alan Arkin is cranky in every
On
movie.
every movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
No,
like
you,
the
you
sunshine.
doppelganger.
Right.
so Archie updating us on the Cara Dune action figures says some of her figures are going for $150 to $500. I have the credit collection of Cara Dune going up for $500. I have 2 of those.
Luckily for me, I got the blow up doll before the market went up. So
Sound effect?
when I'm dead, you're gonna miss me. I'm telling you right now.
While Cara Dune was blowing up on the market, Joe was blowing her up in the back room.
Right. I got a set of lungs on me you wouldn't believe. Right.
Well, it's the only way you can fill up that Slave Leia outfit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I've just brought
Which
it
one is
full
right
circle.
There we are. That's it. Yeah.
Norm Jerk says, "What's up, guys?" Norm, thanks for coming. Archie wants to know what's the starting bid on the blow-up doll.
That's our new product, the
Oh my
blow up doll,
God.
right? Aren't we getting one of those?
James says he sold one on Thursday night. All right, this show's just going downhill.
I'm glad somebody's listening.
Are you kidding?
And
This
look, when they are coming the most is when we talk about this subject.
No, well, that goes without saying, doesn't it? And you said it.
Give the people what they want.
Right.
Archie, if you want to know how much the blow-up doll is, feel free to DM Joe directly.
Directly, yes, it's true. I will be modeling it for you. Okay. So,
At some point, I'm gonna have to watch this back and see exactly where I lost control.
I think when you signed on.
Oh, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, let us do it for you.
Oh man. Norm, thanks for coming out. James says, DM me, I'll take your money. All right.
Okay.
Norm is a longtime listener, first-time caller. Thank you, first-time caller. What's your question?
Is he calling?
No, I think he was just, anyways. All right, so let's do a reset. Everybody take a breather. Woo! All right, it's 4:00, so we're halfway through the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. We lost control in the first hour at some point. I think it was somewhere between when
showing
Joe
up.
came in and Bob left.
Right. Because Bob is such a
Oh,
mitigating factor.
it's Bob's fault.
Bob keeps us all in line like the teacher that he is.
Bob, please come back. We need you.
The show needs you.
Yes, we need you to keep Joe in the line.
Like,
Ladies-
yeah.
I like when he's unleashed. It's just fun.
Sometimes I pay extra for the leash. I don't know.
James Morgan says we lost it at somewhere between Slave Leia and Johnny Cash.
And what?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Just to watch him die.
Mr. Coker. Norm would like to know, when can he get a sneak peek at Megatron? You think you can pull it up real quick?
Yeah.
Pull it up on your computer. Norm, we're
I'm not
going
on
to
the
give you a right here. We're going to do a reset while Jamie digs it out.
Shoot.
All right. We're going to do a reset while Jamie digs it out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is the second hour of MBartist Alley Live, where we have completely lost control of the conversation, but I think it's been good entertainment so far. We're talking more about what not to like than about art. but it's all good. We are artists of MBartist, and we have some featured prints that we want to share with you that are available. Thank you for bringing it up, Eric. So we're going to start at the top. In the first hour, we did walk through what they were about, but just to let you know, we've got. I'm just walk through what's on the screen. So we've got Bob McLeod, Superman and Spider-Man. We've got Chad Harden's Harley Quinn. We've got Jean Grey by Francine Delgado, who's with us today. We've got Mandalorian Armory and the Child by Jamie Coker, who's with us today. We've got Marilyn Monroe, Some Like It Whipped by James C. Mulligan, who did make a special appearance early on live from Disney World and then had to take off to find his shadow at the Peter Pan ride. We have Joe Rubenstein, who's with us today. His Thanos is available. We have John Hebert's Scarlet Witch. We have the top-selling Star Wars Villains by Mustafa Musa, who's with us. And we have, last but not least, some guy named Ahola did this Battle of the Planets. So if you want to claim any of these art prints, please feel free to put it into the comments. Claim in whichever one you want. You'll see the prices rolling down on the bottom. We have given you our MBartist Alley Live discount here today, which is only available today. And the lovely Jamie will take care of you. We've already had a couple Star Wars and The Mandalorian get claimed, and we're very appreciative to those people who did so. All right, hour 2.
You know what I'm working on?
All right, what are you working on, Joe?
I'm working on a Hulk recreation originally drawn by Bob McLeod.
Seriously? Are those his
Nice.
pencils?
No. I mean, it was inked by Bob. But the funny thing is that Bob was here and I couldn't say it till he left.
Yeah. Is that that's Dale Keown, right?
Yeah. Who I discovered, who's a Canadian. But
I love that dude. That dude is so good. And your work with him, I think, is the best he ever looked.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just had Flint Frank claim a Battle of the Planets. Thank you very much, Flint. And I'll tell you what, I'll even sign it for you, my friend, since I know the guy who drew it. We'll get that signed for you as well. It's a little hard right now to get autographs with COVID right now. Archie wants to know, what is Fran working on so feverishly? What are you working on, Francine?
So
Inquiring.
I'm
Oh, I know what that is.
It's Chad Harding.
You guys, no, I'm inking this cover that we will be doing for a feature Golden Age thing. And Steven must be wanted to kill me because I'm always showing stuff. But they were asking, I'm going, we're alive. It's not like here. It's over there.
James would like to know if you guys could do more Battle of the Planets, please. So, James, just to let you know, we will be doing a month where each artist will pick a toy property, and we will do an exclusive. That'll be our theme for that exclusive that month. So, if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to drop it in. And look at
There we go.
there's some G-Force right there for you, James.
Love G-Force.
Look who's at the door. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Hebert, X-Men Punisher artist. How you
We
doing,
can start
sir?
the party.
Now it's a party. I'm sick as a dog, but I'm here.
You missed.
Don't
I don't
get
know
too
if
close
you've
to the
listened.
camera.
I don't know if you've listened to any of the first hour, but we've lost complete control of the show.
I
Oh,
blame
now I
Steve.
show up?
Yeah.
Well, you missed it. We were talking about Clara Dune blow-up dolls. The fact that no one calls Wonder Woman in the movies. We've been all over the place. Slave Leia. Do you have any Slave Leias that you've done?
You mean art-wise?
Yes.
Well,
Not in Vegas.
I have a
cosplay too.
Well, there was that one in New Jersey.
That's right.
I have a funny Slave Leia story,
Good.
but I can't remember. I don't think I've ever drawn a Slave Leia.
No.
I'll have to do one. I think I'm the one guy.
What's
that?
your story?
Slave Leia story. These to the Philly Wizard shows. There were these three simple young ladies who would come to the show as Slave Girl Leia, and they were usually stationed. They also had a table. They were usually stationed somewhere right around me. And they didn't all go as Slave Girl Leia at the same time. They had one costume, and one wore it on Friday, and one wore it on Saturday. And apparently the one who lost the draw wore it Sunday. And by midday Saturday, you could smell them coming. And even my wife, who's the most kind-hearted person in the world, was like, well, that's unhygienic to say the least. I was like, well, yeah. Yeah. You know something? Here's a little rule for life. I don't look good in spandex, so I don't wear spandex, okay?
How about these three women?
They should not have been allowed near whatever the materials were.
Right.
Well, I can tell you by the end of that weekend, it was probably a little bit more stretched out than when it started.
Kind of like the suit.
Oh. All right, sir, Mr. John Hebert, since you've joined us, let's talk about this. What is the story on your featured art print for the day?
That was a charity drawing. Drawing done for a charity raffle, charity auction at one of the local Albany comic conventions. A lot of my pieces were done for that exact situation. I believe that one was for Ronald McDonald House, which is a charity that is one of the many that are close to my heart. My child, one of my children, was sickly when he was born. Ronald McDonald House was there for us. Fortunately, we didn't need too many of their services, but they're there for people that don't have the wherewithal that we have with a benefit plan and whatnot. They were right on top of us. Whatever you need, we'll help you. You can stay here, but it's a wonderful charity, and that just touched my heart because I saw some people in the same children's unit of the medical center who really needed that resource, and they're there. And say what you want about McDonald's, but that's a wonderful charity, so I will never turn them down. If I can make them a nickel, I will. So I gave it my all, and I think that was as usual when I do those auctions. That was either the top money maker or second or third out of the 50 or so. Yeah.
Hey, Stephen, do you think Canada needs charities like that, or the socialized medicine would take care of it?
Well, the OHIP does cover a majority of cases, but we still have those kind of charities. Most of the charities are for like research and that type of stuff, but there are some that OHIP doesn't cover. So yeah, there's charities. I think charities are everywhere, but
yeah, I just think it's a crime that in America you have to worry about if your child is going to die and if you can afford it. We got way too much money here for something like that to happen.
I agree.
Ladies, I'm not to get too political, but healthcare, give it a try.
Yeah, I'd love.
Anyways, all right, Joe, we need you to help bring this show back into the gutter.
Okay.
And he's the guy who can do it.
Okay. Don't forget, if you took all the comic book fans and laid them end to end, it'd be the first time for most of them.
Archie has claimed his prints and he's checking out. Archie, thanks for watching today. I appreciate it. Right. Kelly says that's an awesome story, John. Thank you.
Comic book editors, a cowardly and superstitious lot.
Yes.
So one of the questions ladies and gentlemen, the artists are here to engage and answer your questions. If you have any, feel free to drop them in the comments over there. Frank, you're slowing down on your pointing job.
The comment, comments over.
Where's the comment section? There you go. Frank Scalick says, hello from Germany. Frank, thanks for checking in. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop it in. So guys, I can let you know, Frank has bought one of our MB art switches. Frank, which one did you buy? Just out of curiosity. Drop it in the comments. We want to know. So one of the questions, baby. No. So are you guys planning on or have you done any old school wrestling? Oh, geez.
Really?
Frank, your timing. Oh, that was from Norm. Norm, your timing is perfect because down here you're talking
yes.
Mr. Wrestling. Mr.
You
Wrestling.
mean your
John,
crotch?
John Hebert, have you ever done any wrestling art prints?
Yes, I've done many. We have a store here in a mall in Albany called Heroes Hideaway. Shameless plug. And they do wrestling appearances. They do a little convention on the mall every year. They were actually going to have a ring in the center of our mall last spring with some of the old NWA stars, and then of course the COVID hit and it was canceled. But they still are able to do some of those things, and they're growing and expanding. And I've done a lot of prints. I did a Ric Flair for his appearance the year ago, this past September. JJ Dillon, and oh my God, Hall and Nash. And oh gosh, Brother Love and Bischoff and many others. So yes, I've done a lot of wrestling. And I did a couple issues of the old Marvel comic too, the WCW comic.
We should probably dig some of those out and get them colored up for your archive.
Absolutely, we can do that.
Norm, you'll have to let us know if any of those struck your fancy. Do you have one on your desk drive there that you can share with us real quick? Let me see. While he's doing that, Jamie, did you find your sneak peek?
Strange enough, though, I do have this.
Wow.
Jamie, did you find your sneak peek?
Yeah, so I got the original here.
Norm, you're going to get the original.
And then I have the colored version.
Next month's villain sneak peek by Jamie Coker is full screen if you can, Eric. There you go.
Megatron.
Very cool.
Check that out. So, you know what, guys? If you
Destroy the heroes.
Pre-order list for the Megatron, just type in pre-order Megatron and what size you want, and Jamie will put you on the pre-order list. Let's do that up right now.
I have
Mr.
a couple of
Coker,
wrestling
that
stories.
is awesome. Frank Scallick says, please do 80s, 90s wrestling and maybe Filmation, Ghostbusters, or Visionaries. John, Norm wants you to pull the man pulls out.
Visionaries.
Norm, what you don't know is John has many belts, not just the leather ones.
Hey now.
Hey, yeah.
So Jamie just showed off his next villains, which was the Megatron and Optimus Prime. That will be next month, and if you guys want to get on the pre-order for that, we actually have a list for his Shredder. I don't know if you guys have seen his Shredder one yet, but we didn't even have it on the website. We actually had the proof for one of the auctions, and we had people fight over it. And now we have a pre-order list for that one as well. So just out of curiosity, John, how many belts do you have? How many championship belts do you have?
Let's see.
Can't think about it.
7, I think.
What's your favorite?
Oh, the one my wife bought me. The NWA Dome Globe. There's just something about that. When I was growing up, most kids wanted a Super Bowl ring. I wanted that belt, and now I have one. So I like. In fact, that's my new COVID mask too. I have that on my latest COVID mask. But I like this. I like this one an awful lot too. The old WWF, because this one I made.
Oh, you made that?
I sculpted this. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Obviously, I have a lot of free time, and despite what editors used to say, I am good with. Oh, it's upside down. Despite what editors say, I'm not bad with my hands. So there it is.
Wow. Well done.
Thank you.
Cool.
Oh, that is awesome, dude.
Are you taking orders?
Possibly, if the price is right. I'm working on the big green right now.
Awesome.
So that'll be done probably 6 months or a year from now.
Norm says Megatron is sick as bleep. So I think that's a positive comment, Jamie. Frank says the Skeletor blew me away. Unboxing coming soon. Anyway,
awesome.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great.
Love to see it.
Oh, there we go. There you go, guys. There's an image of who that's Ric Flair, right?
AJ Dillon.
Nice.
And that's the belt that I like so much that he's holding. So that's not even the finished one, but that's one of the prints. Yeah. So yes, I've done wrestling stuff. There you go.
I was in a hotel lobby once, and Ric Flair and his people came in.
I love it.
It was winter, and he was wearing flip-flops, and I thought that was a little odd.
Oh, yeah.
Was he styling and profiling?
It was a great suit, nice hair, flip-flops.
I had to help him get a towel out of a dispenser in a men's room in Marlborough, Massachusetts. One time he'd come into the convention a little late and was a little under the weather. It must have been quite an evening the night before, and he couldn't get a towel out of the dispenser. And I helped him, and he goes, "Thank you, sir." And I went, "Ooh, sir." Usually nobody calls me that unless you're making a scene is connected to it.
Did you tell him? Go ahead, Jeff.
I was in a limo with a guy going to the convention, and I said, "My name's Joe." He said he's Jim. I said, "What do you do in conflict?" He says, "Well, I'm a wrestler." I go, "Oh, that's nice." I don't know wrestlers, so it turned out to be Jim Dugan, who's Hacksaw.
Yeah, he's from here.
And people meet him and cry, and do battle cries. And all that stuff.
Oh, he's local. His father used to be sheriff chief of police of Glens Falls, New York, which is about 45 minutes from here. So he rookied around this area, losing every match for his first couple of years, and then finally moved to Mid-South and became a star, and then went national. But he's a very nice guy.
Did you like the movie The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke?
Loved it.
Good.
Loved it. It told it like it is for a lot of those guys. But just let me tell you a quick Jim Duggan story, and then I'll shut up about the wrestling. He was doing a convention here in Albany a couple of years ago, and a lot of those guys are just trying to make a buck. I mean, their career is done. They're doing whatever. But there was a man who was profoundly handicapped. They brought in a chair, and he couldn't make it down to the lowest level that Jim Duggan was sitting on, and a lot of the guys weren't. And somebody told Jim he was there, and he really just wanted to spend some time with him, and they could not get him down to the lowest level of this convention center. And Jim stopped what he was doing and went up, and he made such a fuss out of this guy, and it didn't seem fake; it seemed legit, and he made this guy's day. And I mean, anybody around it had tears in their eyes. He was just so good with whatever, you can say whatever about the arrest with the Iron Sheik and the coke and all that, but he's just genuinely a good person, and he made this person's day. And here's to him.
So he's the anti-Shatner.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. And his hair is his own too.
Okay.
Well, if you want to talk about Shatner tried to pick up my wife.
He tried to pick her up?
Well, not literally. So we were in the lineup, and honey, I hope you don't mind I'm telling this.
When was this? When was this?
3-4 years ago at the Niagara Comic-Con. Niagara Falls.
So he was a sprightly 86-year-old man. Okay.
Oh, he got a little bit more sprightly.
Okay.
But my wife had the original poster, and her background's in print, and there was something special about the paper that we used, blah, blah, blah. But she was in the lineup, and anybody tried to tell Shatner to sign somewhere specifically, he wouldn't listen. He would just sign and sign and sign.
Right.
So it got to her poster, and she said, "Can you please sign right here?" And he went to do his usual, whatever, but he looked up and saw her, and he stopped. But when he stopped, it wasn't it was like more of the look stop.
Right.
And his handler, without missing a beat, goes, "Yeah, I see that." But he signed exactly where she wanted him to.
Could you bring your wife into the picture, please, so we know what we're talking about here?
Oh, no, she's all mine, baby.
She's a lovely woman.
She is.
She is. She's married.
She's my Latina heat.
Can we make a print of her or something?
Hey, I just got to ask Joe a question for a second when there's a Shatner question.
Before I let you do the Shatner question, John, Frank wants to know which toy line or cartoons will be featured in the near future. So, Frank, I can tell you that one of our next series, we're going to be doing wall-to-wall Star Wars for May the 4th. Jamie, do you want to give a sneak peek of who's at who, not visually, but give us a little tease of who's after Megatron?
Right. Oh, they're a Masters of the Universe baddie, another one. He's a main guy, one of my favorites. You want me to just come out and say his name?
Just do it, baby. If your microphone will let you.
So the next one's going to be Hordak. Is my microphone not working?
Yes,
You got a
it is
little bit of a delay.
Yeah, Hordak is going to be with She-Ra in the next one.
Nice.
And then after that, we got some other surprises coming.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm at liberty to say it.
It's going to be fun. Luke's all in for the Star Wars. Okay, go ahead, John. Tell us your Shatner question. Oh, wait! Someone get that.
Joe, you're about my age, or maybe a couple of years older. Do you remember?
Lisa.
Remember the old TV series Route 66, Joe?
Sure. I met George Maharis once.
Joe.
Yes, I met George Maharis once. I remember the series.
John, I think Joe remembers the series. I think
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There was a later episode after he left. Okay. There was an episode with Shatner.
Yeah.
Keep going, John. John, we can hear you just fine. Just keep rolling.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. We can hear you. We're waiting.
Okay, there was an episode. There was an episode with Shatner and Pat Hingle played. There was an episode with Shatner. Pat Hingle, who later played Commissioner Gordon, played his father. It was a monument. The episode was a monument to overacting. Why didn't the world start spinning backwards from the overacting? That's my point. It was supposed to be funny. I failed. Move on.
Okay. I think you're moving on. I gotta go and take that phone call.
Next.
But okay. I'll see
you.
No
worries. Thanks for coming out, Joe. It's been fun. Way to go, John. You scared off Joe.
Now that Joe's gone, we can say whatever we. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So who does Joe?
You're not kidding, Mustafa. You want to say something?
Joe,
say something.
No, I'm just trying to instigate.
There goes the comment. Anyway,
he's got the spare boots.
So now that the comedy relief is gone, and we're going to wait for John Hebert's leg to catch up. Frank wants to know toy lines of cartoons. Mustafa, if you got to do a art print of your choice, what toy line or cartoon would you like to do?
Well, funny you should say that, because I do have an art print of all the toys and cartoons I liked in the 80s. I can show that, or I can tell you like what it could be like in the future. If that's what you mean.
Well, let's pull that one up. But I also have that does lead to another question. Last week you were telling us you were working on a Thundercats. How's that coming?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I haven't got started on that. I have. Let's see. I have a few other things. You guys want to see?
Yeah.
Okay, this one's finished. This is. We were talking about this lady, this Wonder Woman type lady. Did that just for fun because I don't know. I like Gal Gadot. I just didn't like everything around her.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. All right. So I got that. Let's see. You can see a preview of a Marvel cover I'm working on. It's that Spider-Man and Venom guy.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then speaking of Venoms, because he's everywhere, I'm still hacking away at this commission of Wolverine and a Venomized Hulk. It's gonna take forever.
Wow.
It's gonna take forever. All right, show and tell time. What do you got, Jamie?
Oh, geez. I just got done with these cards I'm working on for this vampire game, the character portrait cards. Gosh, let's see what's on here. Oh boy, hold on. Let me see if I can even find them on here. They're not on this computer that I'm streaming from, but I do have like some of the character portraits here. Like, here's one of them. Like all the characters from like your Dracula games, things like that. So Homewood. Oops. And then Jack Seward. And then Quincy Morris. Jonathan Harker.
So are these
Nina Harker? Yeah, these were all commissioned for a vampire game called Dracula's Last Rest?
Right.
And then Abraham Van Helsing, Lucy Renfield. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So
cool.
Now the character portraits. Now I just got to do the box cover art, and then that'll be wrapped up.
Cool. And then you'll be able to jump on your Hordak.
Yeah. I might just do it in between just to change it up a little bit here and there.
Francine, you got something you can quickly just pull out and show everybody? We've already seen your Jumbo Comics Golden Age tribute.
I also have. Hey, don't ask me to show stuff if I cannot show stuff. Well, let me think something that is not going to spoil the next Golden Age. I was working on this cover, and I can share screen. Maybe.
Share the screen.
Let's see. Sure.
Well, she's sharing the screen. John, you got anything around you can show off real quick?
Yeah, we're talking about toys. How about this? Oops.
Micronauts. Very cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something with them again. Right now, I'm working on my Jungle Comics cover, which, Steve, you've seen some previews of in various forms. It's almost done. The next time I see you fine folks, I'll be able to show you a finished piece. And I'm working on that.
New version, she has more clothes on.
Yeah. The things you do to keep motivated. And I'm also working on that top secret thing that you and I have, that we've all been discussing for something down the road. And I just finished a set of avatars for a company in Gibraltar. So that's what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Which, strangely enough, is involved with an old classic toy line that's coming back.
Oh, really? Can you tell, or is it
Outer Space Man? Okay, that's all I can say.
Okay. Jamie, we have a there we go. Oh, what is this?
I do commissions for artists for writers that are like pitching their ideas, and this guy has his comic done, so give me like a bunch of characters he already have, and he want me to help him put the cover together for his project. So this is like the final ink that I sent him, and his idea was like very chaotic. He wanted like a lot of stuff on it, so this is the proposal he ended choosing, and see something that is not related with the spoiler of the Golden Age stuff. But yeah, this is a little bit more on maybe anime style, because his comic world was more like anime style. So it's just a bunch of his characters that he wants in a post-apocalyptic place. So everything is like damaged and destroyed, and basically he wants like 15 characters in a cover, and this is the project that I ended working with this guy. But yeah, sometimes I do like covers. or commissions for different writers. And this is another one I did recently that I really like. Oh, this is my process basically. I send them like a bunch of sketches, and from the sketches they choose something. And this is a final cover.
So just
And this is,
okay, a Medusa. Cool.
yeah, this one I really like it because his comic was about it's like a compilation of different stories he write, and it was not just only about monster, but it was like a scary things, but he didn't want to go like too direct. Instead of going like monsters scaring people, he wants to be like the opposite. So we talk and we came together about, okay, what about monsters scares of social media and people? And he went like, yeah, I want it. So this is a couple of the covers that I have worked lately for my freelancer writers that wants to do comics, and I do art for them.
Very cool. The one thing I can say is I love how you do buildings. I don't know if you guys have seen her Ironheart that she did, but man, Francine, you do, when it comes to cityscapes, you nail down perspective like nobody else.
Very dramatic too at the same time. They're correct, yet they're dramatic. That's a compliment. It is.
Thank you.
Frank,
let me see if I can
Jamie,
stop
Frank
sharing.
wants to know if you could show him the Pulp Fiction picture in the background. That's you, Mr.
Oh, that's my signed Travolta one.
Can you pull it off the wall? And Frank wants to see it. Who signed it?
Yeah, John Travolta.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell the story.
Yeah, Burt and Ernie. Wizard World Chicago. There were two celebrities that I really wanted to meet. Is either Travolta or it was Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum was going to leave first, and I was like, well, and I thought about it, and I was like, I do have the Gonzo Goldblum mashup that I have, or I have the Pulp Fiction one. I was like, I'll just take them both, see if I can get one of them signed, and be. They were both there only, I think, one day out of the 3 or 4 days the show was going. So I went to Travolta first because Goldblum was leaving. I could see him putting on his jacket and everything. And I presented it to John, and John was like, "Oh, this is great. This is great." And he just like gave it that big old smile that he has. And he asked me what my inspiration for it was and everything like that. And I mean, it was just a really cool interaction. I never in my life ever thought I would meet, one of the stars of one of my favorite movies. And there he was looking at my artwork, and he signed it up and shook my hand. And I think we had I was probably like the last guy or one of the last guys. And we talked for probably like 3 minutes. It was great.
That's very cool. So Frank,
one of the best interactions I've ever had.
Frank, if you want a copy of that, we actually have some 11. We have some 11 by 17s of that one. If you're interested in that, just DM me, Frank, and we'll take care of you. So Frank says maybe some more Muppets or Sesame Street. I think Jamie might. Yeah.
Jamie, have you ever seen Blowout?
I have quite a few.
Blowout, yes. Classic Travolta.
I have seen that.
You know the connection to the Philly Comic-Con, the Wizard World show in Philly with that? Do you know that?
I don't know it.
No.
There's a scene in there where John Lithgow, who's the killer in it, murders this woman in this construction site. That construction site is where the convention center is now.
Oh,
where they do the Wizard World Philly show. Pretty cool, huh?
That's pretty cool.
Awesome. I've done that show multiple times, and then I found out. I never knew that's. I had seen the movie years ago. They're running it on cable again now a lot, so you can catch that. And I was in an airport, Philly airport, and they had a display of all the movies filmed there. I'm like, wait a minute, that was here? And I went back and looked, like, oh my God, that's because they're in the Reading Terminal Market and all that too. There's a chase in there, so it's pretty cool. And that's where that huge convention center is now, where we do conventions.
I got to rewatch that movie.
Well, this whole thing leads me to a question. So behind you, I see you got a bunch of prints. Are those all signed there, Jamie?
Those are all autographed. Yeah,
So here's the question.
different celebrities.
Let's start with Mustafa. Mustafa, have you ever taken an art print to a celebrity to get signed for you?
I never have. It's never really lining up and doing that. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more removed. It's not for me. But if it's somebody that I become friends with, and then they want to sign something, that means a lot more to me. So just hanging out at a show in Portland, and Kevin Eastman came up to my table and was like, "That's a cool Ninja Turtles piece," and I was like, "Whoa, who, what?" And I was like, I know you probably don't want to take this with you. And he's like, "No, but I'll sign it." And he signed it, drew a little Ninja Turtle on it. So yeah, that's my favorite piece.
Very cool. Francine?
Yeah.
Have you ever welcome, Francine.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh, I'm a horrible person. I'm multitasking on you guys. So, and I'm not doing it very well. So, can you repeat that? Hello.
The question is, have you ever taken a piece of your artwork to get signed by a celebrity?
No, but I was on a table, and I was very close to where the actors and actresses and everybody is signing, and they were walking past, and I didn't knew her, but she told me I have this print. Actually, I have it here. It's fun. I had this print on my table, and it's signed over there. See, for a couple of ladies, and they said they were like the voice on English for these two characters, for Sailor Moon and for Sailor Jupiter. But since I watched this cartoon in Spanish, I didn't knew them. I'm like, no, you are not the voice of them. I know their voices, and it's different. But she told me she was the voice of Sailor Moon, and I believed her. And she was like, "Oh, I can sign the print if you want it." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I have also small ones, and I give away for them a couple of the small ones because they signed my large one.
So basically, you're like, "Yeah, right," and I'm Batman.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. You want free access? Yeah.
Actually, that's a cool piece. Can we use that for a future archive piece?
Oh, I have a updated one of these.
That's awesome. Please send archive piece.
Yeah, sure.
And if anybody wants to know, Fran did a series, a set of 3, where she took some of the best characters of Sailor Moon, Batman characters, and she did like a very cool mashup.
Yeah, I don't know. We already have those on the store. So you for sure, if someone is here and are interested in Sailor Moon and Batman, go and check those out because I really think it was a very well done mashup, and it's fun. It was fun to work in, and I think it's a good I don't know result. So go and check that out.
Yeah, it's very cool. Kelly says that happened to me all the time with Smurfs and Thundercats. And she also says, "I need one. I was Sailor Mars." That's my lovely wife. She's Espanol. Cool. And Rob Watson has joined us. Rob is an auctioneer here on Collector's Toy Shop. He does Sundays 4 to 7. 4 to 7. Is that right, Rob? Thanks for joining us, Rob. So, John, same question. Have you ever had any celebrities sign your artwork?
Many of the wrestlers that I have done prints for, and in fact, I just pulled one up here. Hang on. I don't know if you can see this, but if you can zoom in on this one, it's Cody and Brandy Rhodes with a piece I did of them about a year and a half ago. Ric Flair signed the original of that one piece there. Well, there's a better shot of it. Ric Flair signed that. Bill Eadie. A lot of the wrestlers I've appeared with have signed originals when I'm doing these appearances involving either the local shows or whatnot. But other than that, the only one that's kind of a funny story, but our former governor has an original portrait that I did of him, Elliot Spitzer. For those of you who might not remember, he's the one who resigned in disgrace. Yeah, well, I liked him. What can I say?
Well, if actually, it just reminded me, I actually had this one signed by before he died. Adam West and Burt Ward, who's still with us.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I actually got it bricked.
Okay, I gotta ask something because I know we are talking about actors, but I'm gonna go back and ask about illustrators, or artists. Do you have like a art from an artist that you like? And if you do, like I don't know, that you have an artist that you like and you commission a piece or you buy something for him, an original, and if you have it, what it is and who is the artist? Because since we're artists, I would like to ask. I also like to ask artists, which artists do you like?
Mustafa.
You're asking like ever gotten a commission from another artist? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like if you said I always like this artist, so I bought this piece for him. Okay.
So I've never bought an art print, but by all means, guys, support us. That's fine. I've never bought an art print. Never really thought to get a commission, except I became friends with one of the guys who used to work on The Simpsons, like worked back in the day, and he turned me into a Simpsons character, and so it's the only commission I have, and I love it. Yeah, we were at a show together in Dallas. It was kind of a slow day, and I was like, okay, I think now's the time. And I just posed for him, and he drew me into character.
Well,
I got it downstairs. I can bring it later if you want.
Fun. Yeah, I'll ask you to show that later.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Oh God, I have a few art, but I've never commissioned it that I can think of to draw anything for me. Yeah, I don't think I've commissioned anyone.
No?
Driving them away, and then there were three.
Then
there were three.
What about you, John? Okay.
Never commissioned anybody. Oh, he's back.
I had to because I actually have had artists. Like it's very rare that I'll ask an artist to do a commission, but the awesome and talented John Hubert did this one for me.
Oh,
I am a big fan.
Cool.
Check out that.
Familiar.
Yeah, check out that line work.
That's stunning, dude.
Very cool. He did this
cool.
for Fan Expo Canada, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm keeping."
Thank you.
It's a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
How about you, John? Have you ever gotten other artists to do stuff?
Sorry?
Yeah, have you ever gotten a commission from another artist?
You know something, I never have. Nothing. I have two original pages that I bought one I bought at a convention. It was purchased for me as a birthday present when I was probably 15. It's a Batman splash page by Ernie Chua and Alfredo Alcala when you couldn't give Batman away. And it's actually, I think, Ernie's last issue, and the splash page is Batman flying a plane and getting shot in the back of the head. And then, And I have a Bill Reinhold Punisher page we had swapped at a convention. But other than that, no, I never had a commission done. I never had the money to when I was a kid. That's the issue.
Here's me.
Oh, that's yours.
That is so cool.
That's so nice.
Oh,
And so accurate, too.
Oh, my God, it's perfect.
Yeah. It's Phil Ortiz and Tom Cook.
Oh, very cool.
Most of my pieces that I have is because I swap art or whatever. But this one, I did commission it because I love a Black Sad.
Oh, yeah. Black Sad.
So, yeah, that one, I did commission it specifically because I knew Garnier was going to be at a convention that I went. So that was like one of the exclusive like commission things that I asked for it. And I love it. It's like, it's my Black Sad. And like nobody else has a Black Sad like that. It's not my Black Sad. But yeah, most of the art that I have here is because swap art or I don't know, but it's so cool. I love to have original art.
So Rob Watson has a question. Which artist is doing the Coco playing with Gucci? Raise your hand.
What?
We should have all done the Liars Club thing. Start to raise our hand and then no.
Me. Rob, Jamie Coker is doing the villains line, and the Coco was his question. And he just showed us off his next one, which is the Megatron piece. And Rob asked another question. Steve, did you work for Disney? Yes, I did. I worked on Beauty and the Beast. That's how old I am. I actually worked for the back in 1990. I'm going to date myself. 1997. Disney opened 2 studios, one in Toronto and one in Vancouver. I was in my second year of animation, and they had 4 months to get the first direct-to-video out, and I was lucky enough to be an in-betweener on that film. So there you go. Rob Watson says they are awesome. Well, Rob, if you want to get some for yourself, you just feel free to contact Jamie, and we'll take care of you. Jamie, give the rundown. Who are the villains lineup that you've done so far that's available?
Let's see. Skeletor with He-Man. Cobra Commander with Duke. Mum-Ra with Lino. Shredder with the Ninja Turtles. The next one is Megatron with Optimus Prime. And the one following that is going to be Hordak and She-Ra.
Oh, Rob wants to know if you can do a preview of the Megatron again.
Okay.
We did, Rob, we actually did a preview of it earlier in the show, and we started a pre-sale list. So this is an exclusive. He literally just finished this. The paint is still wet on his phone.
Okay, here we go.
He's digging it out.
All right, here we go. Yep, here we are.
Here you go, Rob.
Apologize for the smudge marks on the screen.
Is that all digital, or is that just the digital colors?
Digital colors. I start everything practically.
Okay,
so, like,
good.
here's the inks.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what you're doing.
He's so old school.
Well, so you have the original to sell, is why.
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding? I have the original Cobra Commander here, which is available if anybody's interested. We have original art, folks. So if you see any prints that you like, we may still have the original art. Here's the original Cobra Commander. If you're interested in buying this piece, just DM me and we will take care of you. We have this one here. We also have. What else did you send me? Did you send me the Skeletor too?
You should have the Skeletor, yeah.
Yeah, here's this. I don't think I have the Mum-Ra yet. Here's the Skeletor. So if you want to be an original art owner, we've got Series 1 of Skeletor, and we have the Series 2 of Cobra Commander. So if you want to grab these two, and I'm sure pretty soon he'll make Mum-Ra and Shredder available as well.
Yep.
Just DM us. Rob says, great work. Yeah, it's excellent work. All right, guys, we've got 7 minutes left before we sign off. So one more time for everybody who's joining us, we're going to run through our featured art prints. If you see any art prints that you want, please just say claim whatever the art print is. Lovely Jamie will take care of you. And hurry before Francine leaves. Oh, too late. Anyways, let's do a quick run through. One last call for prints. Last call for prints. We have available Bob McLeod, Superman and Spider-Man team up. Chad Hardin's Harley Quinn. Francine.
And look what I have here.
Jean Grey. Yep, there she is.
So pretty. And canvas too.
We've got Jamie Coker's Mandalorian. He was on earlier. C. Mulligan's Marilyn Monroe. He was with us earlier, and it got a lot quieter when he left. Joe Rubenstein, Thanos.
Oh, that is true.
John Hebert, Scarlet Witch. If you love WandaVision, check this out, guys. Our best-selling Star Wars by Mustafa Musa. And last but not least, Battle of the Planets by yours truly. So those are our prints that we have available. If you see any that you want, just put in claim. So we have, these are the art prints. We also have platinums, which are really shiny. And then if you look over here, we've got canvases available as well. So this is our last call for claims. Just feel free, and Jamie will help you out. Thanks, Eric. All right. Parting shots before we go. This is number 3. I think this has been the best one we've had so far, guys. What do you think?
We are getting better at this. That's it.
We lost
John as soon as we were bragging about how good we are.
Jinxed it.
Oh, John. No, I think we've had a lot more engagement. We've had a lot of questions. We've lost control once in a while. I think it's been fun.
For sure.
Losing control.
I think I'm the Paul Lynde of the Hollywood Squares here.
Yeah. Well, I think we should do that. If we ever can get all 9 of us on it,
Great.
We should do like a Hollywood Squares type game where
Disgusting.
we'll let everybody get an X and an O.
That'd be great.
And then we could be like, Rob Watson has a question for the block. Mustafa.
Yeah. For the win.
For the win. Where's the most uncomfortable place you've had whoopee? Oh wait.
Oh my God.
No, the best one is Paul. What is the leading reason for pounding meat? Loneliness. That actually went on the air.
Really?
I must have been about 9 years old. I fell off my chair, and everybody else, the adults in the room, were like, "Ooh," and I was like, "Ah!" I don't know what that means. And it made it on the air.
Yeah.
Paul, what is it that is intended for children but adults enjoy it more? A good whipping. Well, there you go. Thank you very much. I'll be here all night. Try the veal.
What game show was that?
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares.
Was it really? Is it on
It was the
YouTube?
center square. Yeah.
Oh, Eric,
The
let's
square.
find that clip. That's going to be our opening for next week. Welcome to MBartist Squares.
Funny Book Squares. Funny Book Squares.
That's awesome. Well, guys, we got 3 minutes left. So, anybody have any final questions that they want to ask each other before we depart? I think it's been a fun show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was just going to say, I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys in person one of these days.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
If only.
Closing shots. I've got it. So, Mustafa, tell us where you're going to be. You got some appearances coming up.
Oh, sure. Let's see. Next weekend, I'll be doing a comic book store signing up in Dallas. And the following weekend, I'll be doing a sports card show up there, which also has some comic books. And then I'll be doing another signing following that. Just actually got confirmed right before I got on here. Then the week after that, I'm doing a little appearance here in Houston, the Gulf Coast Collectors Show. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being out and seeing people again.
Mr. Coker, I know you're going somewhere.
Yeah, gonna be in Peoria, Illinois, the first weekend in March, and then I think the following weekend or the weekend after that, gonna be in, I think it's Des Moines, Iowa.
And you're going to have some villains available for that show, right?
Oh yeah, gonna bust out the villains for sure, in person.
I look forward to seeing how that went over. John, Fran, I'm not aware. Are you guys going to be doing any shows, or are you guys still playing close to the vest?
In my case, I'm still not too afraid, but I still don't going out almost never. So no, I'm not doing anything yet.
Well, you're going to be too busy working on Barbie.
Yeah, that too. I start next week, by the way.
That's awesome. I know my kids are looking forward to it. Mr. Hebert, I know you are artist by night, and actually, isn't it the opposite?
By day, yeah. Yeah, by night I fight crime in New York State. So there you go. But if just ask me if I'm going anywhere. Just ask me the question. Are you going anywhere, John?
Are you going anywhere, John?
Hell, if you ask any figure of authority that I've encountered over the years. So there you go. Ba-dum-bum. No, I'm not really booked for anything unless we do something in the summer. Hey, call in.
We are booked.
So as long as we're allowed, I'll be there, and maybe something in Albany. This COVID has just decimated the Northeast, so we'll see.
So Mustafa, Jamie, please send me the dates and information and websites of where you're going, so we can put it on the event site. And if anybody has so choose, hopefully we can do some pre-sales for you through MustafaInc.com and JamieCokerCreations.com. And finally, we'll close out on this note. Last weekend of August, everybody on this board is going to be at UltraCon, Irving and Vicky's show, and like Larry Kenny's going to be there, the voice of Lion-O. Jill Gerard, who played Buck Rogers, is going to be there, and MBartist. They're giving us a whole aisle all to ourselves, so we will all be there. West Palm Beach, last weekend of August. We look forward to seeing you all there, and the Golden Age tribute, which will be exclusive, has been announced. John, you know what it is.
Yes, I do.
We're going to be whizzing all over West Palm Beach.
I have a little addendum. Can we say what that is, or is it top secret still, or can we talk about that for 1 second?
Can talk about it.
It's a Wiz Comics cover, Captain Marvel, and last night on Facebook, I got a wow exclamation point on it from John Davey. John Davey, who played Captain Marvel on the old Shazam show.
Very cool.
So that was kind of cool.
Well,
and it's even cooler that when I was growing up, I had a big brother because I didn't have a dad, Big Brothers of America, and his name was John Davey.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Yeah, in fact, I remember being at a game farm with him when I was about 9 or 10, whenever it was. And he says, hey, I read in the paper the other day, I'm going to be playing Captain Marvel. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, apparently the guy that was playing it quit or got fired. And he goes, the new guy is John Davey. So my namesake is Captain Marvel. So just call me Cap from now on. So that always stuck with me, and that brought back memories last night. So it was just a nice little thing.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's cool. That's called validation, my friend. And on that note, from Mustafa Musa, Jamie Coker, Francine Delgado, and John Hebert, we are 2 minutes over. Our apologies.
My fault.
We'll be back next week, and we'll control all over again. Thanks, guys. Good night.